We are living through one of the biggest changes in history. Technology and work are changing, and so are we. Every day, new technology reshapes our lives, often faster than we can understand it. Grasp what's happening, what it means for you, and how stay ahead. Welcome to The Future Was Yesterday, a podcast where we talk with the leaders who are reshaping the world of work. Because the future isn't coming, it's already here.
Hi, my name is Cesar and I'm your host, and this is my podcast, The Future Was Yesterday. On this occasion, we have a special episode for the coverage of Tech Chill Riga. Tech Chill is the largest event in Latvia and it's organized by a non-profit of the same name formed by the startup community. This is from their press release. Tech Chill celebrates the best of the Baltic startup community by annually bringing together thousands of attendees, including the fastest growing startups, the most innovative corporations, speakers, and investors active in the region, and talented tech enthusiasts empowering the Baltic startup ecosystem throughout the year. I'll be taking some points from the press release, and I will give you my opinions about the event at the end of the episode. Tech Chill this year was celebrated from the 25th to the 27th of March in Hansas Perons, a former train station in Riga, turned into a very cool and modern forum, which is a common architectural practice in the Baltics. And maybe one day we can do an episode about this kind of buildings, but I digress. One very important thing that recently happened, and the most of us who follow this kind of news received with great enthusiasm, is the EU Inc. Europe Strategic Roadmap to complete the single market by 2028 through the 28 regime, which, among other things, would allow companies to register digitally and cheaply in less than 48 hours to operate across all member states. The forum gathered high-profile politicians, national startup organizations, and participants from Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia to share experience and discuss opportunities for further supporting startups through policy initiatives. It also marked the first official visit to a country in the Baltic region by Ekaterina Zakharieva, European Commissioner for Startups, Research and Innovation, who said that the Baltics are always given as an example for e-government in the Union. This fast connection between policymakers, universities, and the private sector is a massive advantage. You are digital, fast, and efficient, and it's admirable and one of your strongest advantages as we look to scale these practices across Europe. The Commissioner explicitly acknowledged that the Baltics are already operating at a level of digital efficiency, possessing the fast registration and agile policymaking that the rest of the Union is now working to catch up with. Now, about my actual experience of TechChill. Together with other members of the media, we were taking on a private tour to visit 3 of the most interesting, promising, and diverse startups in Latvia and probably in the whole Nordic region. But before continuing, I need to do a short commentary about the startup situation in Latvia. Due to its recent history and just the realities of technology, the startup ecosystem in Latvia is kind of knit tight. I believe its roots can be traced not to universities or large corporations, but to the Draugen Group, which started the social media experiment in 2004, and from them came some of the most famous startups and now largest business in Latvia. And now it's reaching its 3rd generation of startups, meaning that startups with a serious chance of success are almost blood related. I'm commenting on this because our tour started with a visit to a startup house, a co-working place and incubator founded and sponsored by ex-Printful talent. And on a startup house, we had the chance to visit its probably most relevant occupant, HackMotion. The official description says that HackMotion helps amateur athletes to improve much faster in skill-based sports. They use proprietary wearable motion capture hardware and custom-built software application to measure movement mechanics and provide coaching feedback, drills, and statistics. Their industry-leading products in golf and baseball are built in collaboration with the world top coaches and athletes. The thing is that all the description is very accurate. The actual product is for a very specific micro niche. It helps top performers to improve their swing at a competition level. From what I understood, their ideal client is someone who is only an amateur because he's not making their living from playing golf. And this is brilliant because their ideal client immediately understands and sees the value of the product. And I think it's the first time that I've seen the elephants and flies model so perfectly used. For those who don't know, the elephants and flies model developed by Christoph Jans of Point 9 Capital. It's a popular framework for classifying market strategies based on the size of a target, and something that I always try to teach in my entrepreneurial courses to help founders understand better their product market fit. Of course, the technology can be used to develop life-changing applications, especially on medical or rehabilitation, but at the moment, the maturity is at sports. Our second stop was on the industrial side of Riga to visit NACO Technologies. According to the company website, the name NACO stands for nano coating. What is their key competence? Today, NACO is 100% focused on hydrogen industry, bringing its R&D know-how to reach global hydrogen goals. Currently, many clean technologies rely on rare, expensive materials like iridium or platinum. So NACO provides a solution that reduces its use up to 40 times, reducing costs and thus helping to faster scaling for clean technologies. They use a proprietary high-speed magnetron sputtering technology. And as an added benefit, their process is green and dry, minimizing energy consumption and avoid the hazardous waste of traditional coating solution. Their big bet is in hydrogen, and the assumption that imminent wide adoption. Our last visit was to the Latvian Institute of Organic Synthesis, which, to be honest, I didn't even know before. And it's a public research institute with its main areas of expertise in organic and medicinal chemistry and biotechnology. And in one of its laboratories, they are working on spider silk. Spider silk, as every Spider-Man fan knows, has tensile strength, almost like a thread of steel, and very high toughness, bulletproof capable. On top of that, spider silk is made of protein and is biocompatible with living organisms, which make it overall great material for biotechnology. The end game for this technology is the creation of artificial organs, but at the moment the goal is tissue regeneration, which by itself can be life-changing solution for the world. Going back to the Tech Chill event in Hansa Sperons, there were several talks and conferences in two stages, with topics like driverless cars for private use, what do public institutions and the army expect from innovators and scientists, the role of trust in AI-powered commerce, and the first MiCA license in Latvia, among others. This year, the enthusiasm about AI is maybe a little bit more grounded. Same with crypto, still present, but also much more mature. But there are also much interest on deep tech and on deep science, which to me can be translated as a calm hope for the future, although maybe I'm just reading too much between the lines. Now, I want to share with you other projects present on TechChill.
And I'm co-founder and CEO of Start School. Start School is a new type of education program. It's a full-time 12-month program where everyone who comes in, they learn coding basics, either full stack or machine learning, and they build their own startup with their fellow peers. So the program is different than everything else in the ecosystem because it's fully self-paced, it's project-based, it's very practical. And what we want to see is tech leaders coming out of the program. So either they will build their own startups or they will work for other companies building new products. But essentially, the idea is to build products here in Latvia, export them internationally, and be more competitive in the world scale.
Hi, my name is Nikita. I'm founder and CEO of Tech. We manufacture real-time structural monitoring sensors that you put on your rebar before cast the concrete to monitor structural performance during the operations and detect when any anomaly is there, to be proactive for construction, for asset maintenance, and for the complete life cycle. Thanks.
My name is Andrzej. I'm the enterprise account executive for PayPal for Central and Eastern Europe. And we are here to promote PayPal across startups from Baltics that are going to expand to Western Europe, US, or purely globally, because we believe we have the right solutions for them to capture as many customers as they want to have.
Basically, we are building combining the heating and the Bitcoin mining so the people could earn while heating. We are turning your home heating into asset. We are using acid miners, combining with your home heating and making you to get profit from your home heating. System is automatic, and the business gives you opportunity to don't pay for anything and get profit. That's the simple. We are making mining easier because right now hydro mining requires infrastructure to somewhere to use this heat or throw it away, and it also costs money. So we are solving two problems at the same time. We are solving miners' problems, and we are saving the regular people problems with the bills and the miner problem that they require the infrastructure. So we just combine it and make your home heating the real asset.
My name is Victor Zvinyos.
I'm a machine learning engineer.
And yeah, I'm a radiologist, a medical doctor, and also engineer. I programmed Go and JavaScript, and we created Viola, which is a voice recognition software for medical purposes, usually in medicine. Do the audio recordings for other people that would then transcribe it and send text back. And Viola basically replaces the human behind all this process for Latvian language at the moment. So it will solve all the interpunction and formatting. Usually when we do the dictation, we would say like euro, put something in parentheses and so on and so forth. So it reduces the time until the report and improves the quality of the healthcare.
I represent Hotel Tech AI. So we develop different tools for hotel management. So it's AI chatbot, it's AI powered loyalty system, CRM system, and many different tools to increase direct bookings for the website.
My name is Sergey, and I'm representing Young Early Starters, where we are building a platform for the kids. So we really believe the kids can invest, and we can help them to invest in the future.
Hello, my name is Karina. I'm a co-founder of Cyber Tested. It's AI-powered penetration testing and dark web monitoring solution. In simple words, we try to hack your company before hackers can break it. And we provide you with certifications. So with a report that you're secure, you're compliant, and you're perfectly good for investors, for clients, and for future big partners. So let's name it so. And if you want to know more, please go to cybertested.com and be in contact with us. Thank you.
My name is Anna. I'm an endocrinologist by background, and I'm presenting here my project, which is Longevity Blend, combination of wine and dietary fibers. The idea of the project is to provide wine polyphenol without alcohol, and fibers help these polyphenols to come into the body and also keep the taste close to original wine. Besides, fibers help to decrease glucose peaks after meals. So if, for example, you take the glass of this wine with pizza or pasta, like this can, then magically your pizza will convert to vegetables. Of course, it will be the same pizza on the taste, but glucose peaks will not go up that fast, making your body more healthy. Thank you.
A great event indeed, and more than attending to some of the talks and conference, what I enjoyed more was those interaction discussions and talks with founders and entrepreneurs. The closing event of Tech Chill, and maybe the reason why most of the startups attended, is the Founders Battle, which is Tech Chill's annual pitch competition open to startups from the Baltic, Nordic, and CEE country that are less than 3 years old and have raised less than 700,000 euros in funding. Over 300 startups applied, and 20 semifinalists were selected to pitch on stage. From the press release, the main prize winner was Deep Space Energy, who received 10,000 euros, no string attached, by ECB. Wise, a based AI copilot for radio sales and analytic teams, 200,000 euros investment by Outlast Fund, as well as 100,000 euros investment by Bad Ideas Fund. The AI-powered industrial safety helmet with automatic data capture were the recipient of 150,000 euros investment from the Buildit 5G Fund, while a logistic digitalization platform based on Tallinn received 150,000 euros investment from the Latvian Business Angels Network. I would like to take a second about Deep Space Energy. With the promise of deliver resilient electric power based on scalable radioisotope system to unlock the new era of deep space exploration. Deep Space Energy came not from this blood-related string of startups, but it's coming out from the Institute of Physics of the University of Latvia in 2022, with the goal of rediscover radioisotope fuel for space exploration, with better converters and cheaper fuel. Their use case, reliable energy supply without batteries, when the sun is not available, for example, on the dark side of the moon, on or during storms in Mars. As a Star Trek fan, this makes me really happy, but especially happy because space exploration is a dream. A dream, of course, of exploration, of new frontiers, of course, but also the dream that we can be better humans and reach for the stars. And that to me is the idea of a better tomorrow for my kid. My final commentary about Tech Chill is that it was a very rewarding experience, very grounded, I think. Is optimist, but the realities of the war or a potential war are always in consideration, and some projects or some openly state or underlying their double use in times of peace and emergency. I think there are also some needed reflections, especially regarding algorithms and personalization traps that are harmful to users and to which nowadays nobody can tell that they didn't know better. There is also a feeling in the air about the importance of replace American software solutions for European-made solutions, and also the dawn of new strategies on hardware, foreseeing potential shortages of chips, semiconductors, and other materials. The time of widespread AI adoption and automation will be more restricted than our current time due to different supply chains with probably more life cycles that we are used to. Not Mad Max levels, but definitely some resources will be scarce. Well, that is all I have for today. I hope you like this episode. Thanks to our couple of listeners. Remember, we learn from each other. I wish you agency and a wonderful day. And remember that the future was yesterday. Thank you so much.
Hi, this episode is brought to you by Sala. Building for the future shouldn't feel overwhelming. Sala is an all-in-one solution designed to support you at every stage. From shaping an idea to AI-powered customer service. But Sala don't just focus on technology. They help you make sense of it and actually use it in a way that works for you. If you're looking to grow, adapt, or future-proof your business, check out Sala.